Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about Instacart cancels Pedro Doordash Santiago. So Pedro Doordash Santiago dropped a video about how his content was taken down by Instacart specifically. And honestly, this could be really concerning for a lot of people, especially if they are a GigTuber or considering becoming a GigTuber, or a little concerned that they're gonna lose track of the GigTubers that they love to follow, whether it's me or any other content creator like Pedro Doordash Santiago, UDM, etc. So with that said, I want to go over everything that's being said in this video, how it actually is for GigTubers, the platforms in which we talk about like Doordash, UberEats, Grubhub, Instacart, etc., their corresponding audiences, the gig community as a whole, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult with qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. So with that said, let's get started.
All right. I come back from Cleveland. I'm in the car with my girl. I get this email right here.
Now that's a pretty annoying thing to come home to say the least. And we had such a good time in Cleveland. Let's get back to St. Louis, hit the ground running. I'm all refreshed and, well,
before I get into that, Dash with Ash in Canada. I want to give credit to her because she made a video a few days ago that was actually sent to me 2 days ago on Instacart's new TOS and why she won't be doing Instacart. She went down some of the new things in her perspective and I thought it was spot on, and shout out to her. So go check out that video. I want to give credit where credit is due. But I think it's ironic that she makes that video. She's in Canada. And then I get this copyright strike from Instacart.
Okay, see, that's actually a big deal because there's a very big difference between a copyright strike and a copyright claim. I've received a copyright claim when I put a source link in the description of one of my videos. This is a copyright strike. If you get 3 of those, you're screwed.
So Instacart has a new TOS apparently. I haven't gotten it. I've got no reminders, no new TOS, no emails. I looked, I went into my Instacart shopper app. It's still active. The little mail icon, I'm looking at everything from the beginning of when I started Instacart. Nothing is there about signing and any kind of new update to the TOS. Nothing. I have seen nothing. So the things that Ash was talking about, I have not seen. I learned about it first from her channel. Now maybe it's because she's in Canada. It's different. She's been doing it longer or shorter than me. No clue.
Yeah, that's also an international thing too. Things that happen in the US don't happen in Canada. There's a reason why US dashers cannot go to Canada and dash and vice versa. Because all of that legal crap and the difference in currency, things are just overall different there.
Instacart copyright strikes me for a video that I put out. You can no longer see it because YouTube took it down immediately.
Bad Instacart batches, how to hide them. They actually sent me an email about this. So we can't react or give some sort of tutorial about something that they sent. What kind of First Amendment violation is that?
They didn't even give me the opportunity to rebuttal, delete it myself, automatically taken down. It was a short. It was one video. It was a short. This is a recent video kind of showing the interface of my phone and how to hide batches if you don't want to accept them. Because on Instacart, you could hide batches. So it was a tutorial like, hey, this is a cool idea. This is how you hide a batch so that you don't see everything. So that when one that comes on your screen that you want, you don't have to scroll and you can maybe catch a good batch quicker because it's not in with all the ones that you don't want.
Yeah, that is a really good idea. And it's not even like it's a long form video. He would make more money if he found a way to make that a long form video. He made it a short. That is like a, what? 30 seconds or 28 seconds, whatever, of just showing them how to do. And that's it. What kind of nonsense is that, honestly?
Very helpful video, I thought. I'm not the first one that's done that on YouTube. Now, I also don't know how many other content creators have gotten copyright strikes.
I have never personally gotten a copyright strike for any of the video screenshots or anything like that. And I actually have made videos where I did screen recordings of the Instacart interface and done reactions with those same things. This is odd to me. This is really odd to me.
So I get the email, I go to my studio, I see this, I go to my, and I can't do anything, but I can't like rebuttal. The only thing I can do is I can reach out to the person or the company that gave me the strike, which is Instacart. As you can see here, it says Instacart common copyright claim or something like that, So this isn't that I use somebody's content because this was my content. It was me. It's my voice, my video. I didn't take this from anywhere. This was my information.
Yeah, you got to be careful with reaction content like the way I do, because you got to be able to add some level of value. But if you're somebody who is just using their own screenshots or whatever, that shouldn't be an issue. Like, at all.
Instacart is saying we don't want our customer information shared and the details of pricing, the details of the app at all shared. It's against the TOS. And they are copyright owners of that interface, of that screen, of that information.
I usually like to blur out any customer information whenever I make a video anyway, so I definitely see the point of that. And why are you concerned of how much your own gig workers are being paid? There are people that are employees that are told by their employers that they cannot discuss salary, even though that goes against their rights. But now that it's us and we're making content about it, it's suddenly an issue? What kind of nonsense is that? However, that said, they do also make a point about keeping the receipts on Instacart. I don't know why they make that such a big deal, but it is what it is.
Now, I say that because I believe 99% of content creators are in this gig space. You've shown the same type of screen, okay? You have shown a Doordash screen, a UberEats screen, a delivered screen, a Curry screen, a Uber rideshare screen. 99% of us have done that. So think about if DoorDash and Uber and these other companies, if they do, and they might, I don't know, there'd be no channels out here. They'd be able to copyright strike 3 things very easily and we'd be done.
But you know what the annoying part is that this goes completely against our First Amendment rights. We should have the right to speak out against the companies that have treated us like garbage. Is this the first time that all of these tech corporations have actually silenced people who spoke out against them? It is absolutely not the first time. In fact, we were just going over that in a video I made yesterday, talking about why all of these gigs app services are too expensive. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave that in the description. Feel free to check that out. But the main issue here is not even simply the fact that they're using our Constitution and Bill of Rights as toilet paper at the end of the day. It's the fact that even if we were to fight them, right, we would probably have to go through arbitration if you didn't opt out of it. And you know what an arbiter is going to do? They're going to accept the payment from whatever company you're trying to fight, tell you that you're wrong, and tell you to F off. But that also said, Instacart has actually lost an arbitration fight before, but that's that one-off fight that a lot of people can point to and say,
No, Joe. Instacart ended up paying $28,000 because they lost an arbitration fight.
Congratulations, a total of 1 time out of, I don't know, how many people have tried to fight these people? They're trying to kill the myth with one-off scenarios.
When I got that, I'm like, what? Am I going to get more? And I'm looking through my videos, my shorts, Instacart ones. I unlisted like 20 things yesterday because I'm thinking, I don't want another one. I'm freaking out.
And that's how they control you through fear. One instance to give a little bit of a scare to you, and suddenly you're going to be a little bit more careful with what you say now.
This was AI. The company says Instacart, but Instacart, blah, 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 Tracer something. AI. So artificial intelligence is combing through YouTube videos. Can't just be mine. Okay, I do not have the biggest channel. Instacart isn't even the main focus of my channel.
AI is funny because a lot of people say we should be afraid of robots replacing us and AI replacing us as people. But it makes you wonder, like, should we be concerned about that, you know? We're not even dealing with people anymore. We're dealing with YouTube's AI. We're dealing with Instacart AI, maybe Doordash, UberEats, and Grubhub have their own AI systems. And it's not even Instacart specifically, it's Tracer.ai that Instacart has an account with based on what I could see here. That's frightening. That is absolute censorship, and it is frightening. And it's not even like he was doing anything bad. He was just making a short tutorial on how to hide a batch on Instacart, which is something they said to everybody.
And this was a short video that had 3.7K views. It wasn't viral by any means. Instacart has AI looking for screenshots, images, and videos that would fulfill their copyright claims so they could give you a strike and get that off of YouTube completely wiped away.
That is shady as hell, though.
What YouTube does is they show you the email, like who did this against you. And I emailed them. Really short email, basically saying, hey, I got a copyright strike. Can you tell me why? I have a channel that helps gig drivers. I teach them things on the gig economy. Can you tell me why this video was taken down? I'd really appreciate a response.
Wait, hold on. Let me guess.
We found that a violation occurred, so therefore, we will continue to keep our strike in place.
It's amazing when you ask them for what you did wrong, they won't tell you because then they will know that will be used against them.
This is what's scary. We have AI from a company flagging videos that's talking to them and reporting it to AI on YouTube. Because there's not a human being on YouTube that looked at that. This is all AI, guys. This isn't anything new. This has been happening. AI talking to AI about human beings and making decisions that affect us monetarily and our freedom of speeches and our ability to talk about things that we deal with on a day-to-day.
Yeah, that's a very common complaint among YouTubers and gig workers, not even just GigTubers, is that we're not even talking to people at the end of the day. They say that we're talking to people because, you know, they want politics to be politics, but no, they're not actually ran by people at all. Or they put AI as a main filters, but if you accuse them of anything, a person probably outsourced to a different country is gonna look at it and say,
a violation occurred. So the strike will stand. The violation will stand. The deactivation will stand.
which is absolutely ridiculous. But this isn't any new information. Big tech companies have often used the US Constitution as a roll of toilet paper when making decisions about our human rights, because they know they could pay off any kind of politician and judge to let them do what they want anyway.
Let me tell you what. If DoorDash and Uber decided to also do this and copyright strike content creators, we're screwed. That would be a game changer for the industry that we are as content creators.
The only caveat I would say to that statement is that you're screwed on YouTube specifically, on TikTok probably, but mainly social media sites, you're gonna have that issue. If you have your own blog, you have your own podcast, maybe you post videos on your own website, you're not gonna have as much of an issue, but you gotta put it behind a paywall now, which is going to deter a lot of our audiences from actually wanting to see our content, which is already bad enough.
And then about 2 hours ago, I get this email.
Tell me they don't give a crap without telling me they don't give a crap.
Hi, we have retracted our claim. Thanks. Regards.
Instacart agent.
They don't even want to give their full name because they know they screwed up, man. And then from YouTube, hey Pedro Doordash Santiago, good news. Instacart has just released their copyright claim on your YouTube video. Video title, Bad Instacart Batches, How to Hide Them. Some of these people, man.
So that's fantastic news. It's great. It's fantastic. But AI talking to AI is not a good thing.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder how much AI is actually going to take over a lot of things like this. This is actual enforcement of a platform. Like, we already knew that the platforms themselves had AI that go through videos and look for buzzwords that are like, hey, yo, this isn't okay. But now, other companies sending AI into those platforms, reporting videos for a simple screenshot or whatever. That doesn't seem like it's that bad of a thing. However, I will say this, those videos where they're just kind of going through all of these no-tip orders or whatever, I definitely see why they wouldn't want those out, because a lot of the times it's paired with audios like,
hide your money, y'all. There's poor people around.
and that's just not a good look for Instacart or really any of these companies. So I think they're trying to stop shaming of no-tip customers, which in my opinion, there shouldn't be shaming of no-tip customers, because that gives them power in a way that they're gonna get some sort of virality of being a horrendous human being. Instead, in my opinion, you just ignore them. That's it.
Now, what's odd, the monetization's turned off on it.
So wait, you can't even make money on the video that is actually helping people? That's ridiculous.
Imagine if DoorDash and Uber did the same thing. Imagine if Instacart didn't say, you know what, you're right. Or YouTube said, you know what, no, this stands. This is okay. Now, would they have done that if I didn't send them an email? Probably not. I don't have any idea, though. I was doing what I could do. I was like, I'm going to reply. You could also rebuttal these things through YouTube as a content creator. Then it becomes like a legal process, and that's different. I wasn't going to do that. I said, YouTube recommends reach out to the copyright claimer owner and see if you could work something out. And I did that and we worked it out, which is great. And you can see here, there are several other videos I unlisted because I didn't want the AI to find them. I can make it public again. I might not. I can't be the only content creator that this happened to. There's channels that are dedicated to Instacart. So I'm sure there's other people out there, content creators, that this has happened to. And I hope that you sent them an email and that they took it away. I wanted you to see this video, right? Because I know I cannot be the only one. And I wanted this just to be a record of what happened and maybe how to handle it and what to maybe do moving forward, right? If you don't want to even risk it.
Yeah, a lot of people would take that crap lying down, and honestly, it's a damn shame. Like, it doesn't seem like it's a big deal until it affects other videos, and then suddenly you're concerned whether or not your account's gonna disappear tomorrow.
This is gonna be a trend in my opinion.
I think the only thing that they're really concerned about is trying to send the subliminal message to customers that we're not gonna take their orders ever, and a lot of no-tip videos are really geared towards that. I know that I personally have actually made a video that has literally shown, like, why would I ever take an order that looks like this? But there are videos that are also like they use music that makes it seem like they're poor people, or just the laughing sound effect while scrolling a carousel effect. That's not a good look for any company. It doesn't matter if it's DoorDash, Instacart, Grubhub, Uber Eats, what have you. Should those customers know? Yeah, but that's why these companies are starting to put up things like, hey, these drivers actually rely on having tips. Maybe this is part of it for the future. They are telling you, so now we don't have to, and that's why they're making the changes that they are, but it is what it is.
And I'm not saying DoorDash and Uber Eats are gonna do it, but at the same time, this could be a way if we're talking negatively about the app and the trash orders and these companies are... Technically, if they have the TOS read in a certain way where we can't share things and this is our information, you can't share it publicly, they could do that, right?
I don't think that they can actually do that without compromising First Amendment rights. I don't think that's gonna fly on a legal capacity. The one thing that corporate America has going for them when they actually say things like,
you can't discuss your salaries with co-workers.
We're not in an office setting. We're on YouTube. We're on social media. And they may actually find a reason to deactivate us, but they can't really silence us in that way. There's a reason why when they let somebody go, have them sign an NDA. They're not making us sign any kind of NDAs. We're not taking any severance packages. If they screw up, that's their own damn fault, and we have the privilege of exposing them in that way. Hence, our First Amendment rights.
And that could make us feel like, oh, okay, I need to start making different content, blur certain things out, not show my phone, not show the customer and how much they're paying for things. I've done that on DoorDash and Uber Eats and Instacart. This burrito bowl costs $25 more than if you got it yourself.
I definitely can see how they would deactivate somebody for certain types of videos, for sure. If you're actually showing customer information, let's say, a customer decides to be upset that they were exposed on a video and make a complaint about it, I could see how that can lead to a deactivation. It's amazing how they will fight for the Constitution and for privacy laws, but then they will go against the Constitution for our ability to speak out freely. Like, they're so selective in their enforcement in that way.
Now, I will say I'm not happy Instacart and YouTube went about it the way they did, where they didn't even give me the opportunity to take it down or unlist it. They just completely struck me right off the jump.
And this goes for not only YouTubers, but gig workers in general. A lot of people have complained about getting violations and getting stuff like that and not having a real opportunity to fight back. Now, I haven't had too many issues in this department. One of the issues I had was, again, that one copyright claim, but outside of that, I don't think I've had any other issues.
It's a scary place when AI is talking to AI about other people and how we talk about things that we do and how those things sometimes make us money and those things could be taken away from us. That is scary, man. It's scary because if you get so many strikes, not copyright claims, that's different. If you get so many strikes, you could lose your channel. You lose your ability of your speech, your opinion on things.
Which is why I have actually been working on my own website. So that way I'm not necessarily super dependent on YouTube long term. I haven't launched it yet. I'm still working out some stuff. I haven't actually taken pictures that I need to take for that website. But that's important that you're never too dependent on a platform that doesn't belong to you. Yes, it's your channel, but it's their website and their company. And don't just limit yourself to blogs or anything like that either. Newsletters, podcasts, maybe even diversify into other social media sites and see where those barriers are. Who knows? If you're gonna use screenshots, maybe consider watermarking or trademarking your own content. That way you could fight back in a much easier capacity. And I would say blur customer information. You don't want to use that kind of content and then have them get all uppity because you revealed somebody's home address for not being a tipper. But let me know in the comments, what do you think? If GigTube as a whole got canceled, not even like people talking about the gig economy, GigTube as a whole got canceled, would you follow these people on their own websites? Would you follow their newsletters? What would you do to get your content or the information that you need to succeed as a gig worker if you could not go to GigTube for it? Let me know in the comments and hopefully we can work on something like that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.